A regular visitor to medieval vaults around Southampton, the city's ancient monuments officer took us down to a storage space beneath a building, an Undercroft that is regarded as the most decorated in Southampton.
It was built in the early 1300s, and I think it was a wine showroom. It's very highly decorated with carved heads and corbels in the ceiling, and we know that it was painted. There are still traces of medieval paint on the ceiling, so this would have been a very exotic wine cellar, and we know that rich people sent their butlers and servants to Southampton to buy the wine, so maybe they're trying to make the sale room look like the castle back home in Nottingham or wherever. It's a bit odd to have a fireplace in a place where you want to store wine, because you want to keep it at a constant temperature and preferably as cool as possible. But maybe a charcoal brazier would be put in here when you've got rich clients coming to taste the wine so that they can stay warm. They're mostly going to be coming here in October, November, December when the new wine arrives, so it's going to be pretty chilly down here. But there's certainly no sign there was ever a roaring fire in the fireplaces that we have.
Southampton in the medieval period was the centre of the wine trade along the south coast.
The ships used to gather here in a sort of convoy, go down to Bordeaux, fill up with thousands of gallons of claret and bring it back to Southampton. Then it would be stored here before it's moved on to castles and palaces all the way across England. In the Tudor period, Southampton went into the doldrums in terms of trade. Trade started to look towards America, and places like Liverpool and Bristol became the new ports, and Southampton pretty much died off. And we came back because of the steamship, and that's when Southampton hit boom time again in the sort of 1840s, and it's been booming ever since.
In the late 30s, in the lead up to World War II, the wine vault was turned into an air raid shelter.
Southampton knew pretty well it was probably going to be bombed, and the shelter entrance was from the street, but just in case a bomb fell and damaged the entrance, they chopped a great big hole through the medieval roof and wall at the side here so that people could get out.
There's also a couple of other interesting features in the medieval vault.
There's a series of corbels which hold up the roof. They don't really, it just looks like that. And they are human heads. And it's a bit of a mystery because we've got 3 male heads on that side, 3 female heads on this side, and it's definitely a king and queen in the middle. There seem to be younger children at this end and maybe teenagers, young adults at the other end. My theory is it's the royal family in about 1338, but it might be something else. Nobody really knows. And the head in the ceiling, it appears to be about 100 years later than the construction of the vault. So we wonder if perhaps it's a later owner who says, there are all these heads carved around the walls, I want my own head. And he commissions a mason, and they chop out the the boss that is up at the top there, which probably had leaves carved on it, and turn it into the merchant's head. It's a puzzle.
And it's a shame the wine's all gone. This is Shan Robbins for That's Solent.